Jennifer, listen, you are a EGOT winner. Let's be clear. You've won an Emmy, you've won a Grammy, an Oscar, a Tony. We're standing here right at the fifth annual African American Film Critic Association Awards. What does this particular win mean to you as a black woman?
As a black woman, it means everything. To be in the room, welcome and received by your own, it's nothing like it. It made me so emotional just to be in the midst. I feel most comfortable here. And then the African American Film Critics Association has always supported me in everything that I do. And I was just sitting there like reflecting and thinking about it all, and it just warmed my heart even that much more. But that's what this moment represents. And to see so many black writers and producers and actors, legends and icons in the same space. This is what we grew up that inspired us to be who we are. You know what I mean? So it can't help but to touch your heart and hit different, as the kids say. It hits different. It hits way different.
Yes, I love that you mentioned the kids, because on your show, season 2, episode 14, I'm so humble, so grateful that you had me as a studio surprise guest. I love the fact that both of us talked about our sons playing basketball. Honey, I have to ask, does your 14-year-old son realize who his mom is? Honestly, Jay, like, does he know who his mom is?
Yeah, he's like every other kid, and I'm like every other mom, right? So it's like he has his moments when I get cool points when I can introduce him to that basketball play. You know what I mean? Or when he get like, hold on, this is my mom. But to your kid, you're just mom, and that's what it's supposed to feel like. But I think he's aware, but I try to raise him as normal as possible. You know what I mean? Where he gets the.
How do you balance that?
Well, I like to keep him, around family. Like, we live in Chicago, although we're now in Los Angeles, so it's a little more different. But keep that grip on him, as my mother would. You know what I mean? That's important, and that's how he grew up. And so, like, he has that solid foundation. He's really grounded. But he's getting older now. We're facing the teenage years, woo child. So, but he knows. But he said sometimes he comes out and call me Jennifer Hudson. I'll be like, little David, I am your mama. You know how that
goes. When you became the EGOT in 2022, what went through your mind? Do you remember the first word that came to your mind?
I think I said, oh, Lord, yeah. I'm the EGOT. I remember being there in support of Strange Loop, and I wasn't thinking of myself. So when they called out Strange Loop as the winner, when we hit the stage, everyone started chanting, EGOT, EGOT, and I was like, huh? Oh, Lord, they talking to me? Like, and then it hit, and even still, it's still, like, surreal. So I'm steady taking it in. It's like, it's a blessing, but I do everything from the heart, And so the awards is just the motivation to keep going, But it's indeed an honor, and I feel so blessed, and I am so grateful that I'm still getting used to it, though. But I call myself 17. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. We absolutely love you, Jennifer. Congratulations on absolutely everything. Everything. I interviewed you at the red carpet for Unprisoned months ago. So it's an absolute pleasure to be standing before you again today. I love the blazer. Let's be clear. It was something that you said during your acceptance speech. You said that, no, I do not have an Academy Award. Yes, as you see the grant, but I have this.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that significant moment and how much more it is important for you to hold an African American Film Critics Association Award.
It is important for me to hold this, to get this honor, because it goes right to the heart of us supporting us. And it's been said, a few times, how critical it is for us to support each other, because we know that historically the efforts to undermine, to erase our contributions to the human race, and I'm not necessarily just talking about in entertainment, I'm talking about in the world, this human journey, and there is always, and it continues today, it continues today, it's getting even more intense, these efforts to undermine who we are and what we bring to this human journey. And so getting this from our people, it means everything. As I said during my remarks, that you never know who's watching. You never know who's being impacted by what you do. And the fact that I get given my flowers in this particular manner is profound for me.
Which leads me to asking you, how important do you feel like it is for us to pave the way for those coming behind us and or those who have come before us, particularly in the television industry?
It's critical. It's critical that we pay homage to those who came before. I'll tell you a really quick story. Many years ago, I was at an event here in Los Angeles, and Ron O'Neal was there. For the young people who may not know who Ron O'Neal was, Superfly, the original Superfly, and it was actually at a friend of mine's memorial, Rosalind Cash. And we spoke, Mr. O'Neal and I spoke briefly, and I said to him that he was one of the people who was directly responsible for giving me a sense that maybe I could have a career as an actor. And he started crying, just like I was crying in there. And from the standpoint of our paying homage to those who came before, I take on that responsibility for the importance, how important it is for me to try in whatever way that I can to pave the way for the younger people coming up behind me. Each one, teach one, all of those kind of, all those aphorisms. We need each other. We need each other.
Yes, well, I definitely want to congratulate you
Thank you
again
very
on
much.
your win this afternoon, Delroy.
appreciate
And I
it.
look forward to seeing so much more of you out there.
God bless you.
Congratulations.
God bless you,
as well.
sis. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Jessica, what is going through your mind right now accepting the Breakout Star Award?
I'm really honored. I was super nervous. I was like, I saw Delroy Lindo. I was just like, oh, what do I do? Like, what do I say? But I was really nervous, and I feel like I had some adrenaline and 2 mimosas, and now it's kind of fading in a good
You didn't seem nervous, and you dedicated it to your parents. That was a wonderful moment.
Thank you. Yeah, they are so playful and funny, and I didn't realize until I got a bit older that they shaped a lot of my personality. They taught me how to speak. So I'm so happy that we're here in LA where I'm from to be able to have them come to every event. So yeah.
And congrats again on your Emmy nomination. The Emmys have been delayed because of the strikes, but they're happening in January. Do you already have a speech planned for that, or are you just going to wing it?
No, I don't think I'll. I am in such good company and great company. I just want to go and be excited and look gorgeous in a dress and see people that I like a lot and just party. I just want to party.
Is there anyone you're really looking forward to seeing at the Emmys?
Anybody? Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And then I'm in the supporting actress category. It's great. It's really black in a nice way too. I want to have a good time. That's my day to just have a blast and just be grateful and happy that I'm there.
Is there anything you can tell us about Shrinking Season 2, or is it under wrapped?
Oh, no, of course not. No, I wish I could, but we're about to start shooting soon, and we're in pre-pro, and we had to do the strike, and now we're back at it. I'm really excited. Everyone's coming back. It's going to be really good. Yeah.
What is the future of Gabby?
Future of Gabby is looking really good. I keep finding out tidbits at this point in pre-production, and it's very exciting. I'm really stoked. So.
Well, congrats again. The trophy is so pretty.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Brandy, how are you, beautiful? I definitely have to get this entire look because, honey, you are serving. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So you have to tell me, Brandy, how does it feel being honored here today at the 5th Annual African American Film Critic Association Awards?
It is amazing to be honored. It is absolutely amazing to be recognized for P-Valley. I used to come to the AAFCA Awards. The first one, I feel like I was at the first one with Robbie Reed. And so to be here and for it to be a show that I'm on, I'm ecstatic. I'm just very honored to be here.
Talk to me about diversity and why do you feel like it's so important for us to see, diversify stories and, people of color on the big screen. Because it's definitely happening more
Right.
so now than ever.
Well, you know what? Life is diversity. So I feel like on P Valley, you're able to see the diverse people that we are as Black people because we aren't one-dimensional. Our flaws are flaws and all. So I love that you're able to see that. You're able to see the different hustle that we go through in the Black community, and then the love that you see. So I'm very excited that Katori Hall has put this out there for the world to see.
And when you started to basically blaze that P Valley, trail, for lack of other words, would you ever imagine, basically seeing where the series is today? And yourself.
It's insane. I knew the fans would love us, but it's insane, y'all. We've been off the air 2 years, and people still stop us every single day. I cannot even go online without them saying, "Where's Mercedes? When y'all coming back?" So we are coming back. There is a season 3 coming. Like Katori Hall said, y'all gonna have to wait a little Mississippi minute, but we are coming, and it's always worth the wait.
And in what ways do you feel like personally maybe you can relate to your character, Mercedes?
Oh, in so many ways. First, I'm a PK, a preacher's kid, so I understand that world. I used to coach dance teams all over the world, so that's how I first got my start in the industry with coaching dance teams, and I was way crazier than Mercedes child, but they won, okay? And so also the relationship with the mom. I'm my mom's caregiver now, and growing up, our relationship was not the best. So it's that story of forgiveness. So I'm loving that you're able to see that story of forgiveness, and I think that's a big storyline with a lot of women in the Black community with their mothers as well, that forgiveness and they didn't get what they wanted in the generational curses that we're trying to break on P Valley as well.
And before I let you go, what does legacy mean to you?
Oh, what does legacy mean? The first thing that comes to mind are my grandma, my ancestors. So legacy, I want to always do something that I feel like grandma is proud of. So yeah.
Definitely proud.
Yes.
Because I'm proud.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You as well.
Seeing you downstairs at the ceremony.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And you look amazing.
You look
pink. I saw that pink. I see some.
I cannot be standing before a bigger legend than yourself, Miss Marla Gibbs. This is truly an honor. You have to tell me you're definitely being honored today, which of course you would be. What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling grateful. Thank you.
Yeah. What makes, out of the entire trajectory of your career, what makes today special? Being honored here at the 5th Annual African American Film Critic Association Awards, what makes today's honor so special to you?
I know every day is special, but when someone is honoring you, it's really special to be thought of that way.
Yes. Would you say that 227, I have to take it back to the 227 days, would you say that has been the most special project that you've worked on throughout your career?
Well, it became that because it was my project. I brought it to TV, and then I was allowed to be exec producer, all rights courtesies, without the title. But I did the work, so I loved being able to do the work.
Yes. Talk to me about what legacy means to you, because you, again, are such a true legend. So many respect you, so many honor all of what you've done throughout your career. What does legacy mean to you?
Well, it's really awesome because I never thought about myself as a legacy. I mean, people are saying that icons, and I said, well, what is an icon? But no, I'm just one of the people.
You're such a bigger person. You're so humble. Listen, I'm so honored. I couldn't think of anybody better to stand here in front of today. Thank you so much. And do you have any last words of wisdom or advice for the younger actresses coming behind you?
It's never too late, child. Just keep the faith. Trust your heart, but use your head, because that's being smart.
I love it. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gibbs. I look forward to seeing you being honored later on this afternoon.
Okay.
Hello, Malcolm. How are you today? You have to tell me what is going through your spirit right now. What are you feeling standing here at the 5th annual African American Film Critics Association TV Honors Ceremony. What does this moment feel like for you?
Well, it's very nice to be recognized. You know, it's a, you know, we don't always get the accolades from the general press, and so it's beautiful that, you know, all our hard work is being recognized by our own. So I love that. You know, my first foray into television has been good. So, like, you know, hey, thank you very much. So, so I like that we've gotten the recognition for that. So it's beautiful.
I want to make a pivot back to accolades. How important are not only, you know, TV honors like today and receiving awards and nominations? How important is that to you, and how significant is it when it comes to your career? Because there are some individuals out here, actors and actresses, who truly live and die by an Oscar, an Emmy, a Tony, a Grammy. Like, how significant is that actual award to you?
You know, I love the recognition, but it's more about, you know, how the work speaks to the fans, and I'm most happy about that. That, you know, they seem to really embrace the show that we made, and that it stayed consistent with the movies. So awards are nice, you know. They're not everything, but they're definitely nice to get recognized when, you know, in an industry, in a world that does not recognize us. So, you know, that's a plus.
Well, it was such a pleasure chatting with you, Malcolm. Congratulations on everything, and I'm looking forward to what's next on your plate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so Jordan, listen, first of all, congratulations. That's first and foremost. Secondly, you got some poetic skills going on, honey, because that poem that you just cited, accepting this award, was beyond memorable. What does this moment feel like for you? Because I know that obviously you're a two-time Emmy nominee, Tony nominee. You're also the youngest Black producer there is doing big things. What is this moment and this entire feeling like? How is it hidden?
It's so humbling. You know, it's so humbling. I always say there's those moments where you feel like God puts you in a space, and it's like you realize that you've been given this thing that lives inside of you that you feel like you have no control over. All of a sudden you wake up and you're like, wow, wait, where? Here we are. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm just like, this honor in particular is so cool. It's my first TV directing honor, and it's a reminder of why we do it, you know, and who we do it for and where we're going, you know.
So those times that you face rejection and doors that not only closed but slammed in your face, and perhaps family, friends, loved ones who doubted you, right? Like, what is it that kept you going? Like, what continued to light that fire underneath you? Like, listen, I know the plan that is designed for me. I'm staying locked in. I have to execute on it. Like, what kept you going?
Yeah, you know, it literally is, not to preach, but it literally is, you know, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So even in those moments where I was rejected, or those moments where, you know, somebody said something that kind of sat on me the wrong way, or said you could never, or that could never happen, or that's impossible, you know, it's letting yourself feel it for a quick second. Then as soon as that sunrise, it's like, bump it all, you know? Bump it all, because there's a plan that I have. If you feel it in your gut, there is no no that can overpower that yes that lives in the pit of your stomach, you know? So you just have to hold on to that thing, even when nobody else believes it. You have to believe it, because you teach people how to believe in you when you believe in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, and it goes without mentioning that obviously I know who you are. Right, listen, let's be clear. I am definitely familiar with exactly who you are. I would love to hear about the relationship that you personally have with Mrs. Pat. You're the top dog, you know, one of the top dogs behind the Mrs. Pat show on BET. Like, what type of personal relationship do you have with her? And would you ever imagine that this, like, literally would be in 2023, you will be standing here right here today in front of me, like?
No, it's wild. It's wild, because I wrote the pilot when I was a senior in college. So like, yeah, it's crazy. And then all the no's that we got and the rejections that we got because of my age or because of the content or because of, you know what I mean? So just to get in this space where all of a sudden, you know, I've been through so much with Miss Pat that we literally are just blood. We literally are just blood now. We're like thick as thieves. And you know, to go from being a fan and an admirer and wanting to push her up in a light where the world could see her, you know what I mean? And now I get to like stand back and just watch her like get all these, it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Like, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, Jordan, I believe that she pulled you from college.
Yes.
Or yeah. So give us just a little tidbit about that, just before we let you guys go, because we can talk forever.
Yeah, she came and she saw a play of mine. Lee Daniels had told her to go see the play, so she came and saw the play. And basically, she was just like, she said, that nigga write like a big black woman. I was like, I don't know what that means, but thank you. And she was just like, I want you to do the show, right? And of course, Fox at the time, we were with Fox and Hula, they were like, no, we're not giving a show to a kid in college. And she basically called me and she said, all right, I just want you to write the first episode but take your name off of it, right? And that was a lot of trust, because I was like, why you want me to take my name off of it, right? But what happened was her and Lee Daniels ended up sending it into Fox without my name on it, and Fox was like, who wrote this? And they were like, it's the kid you didn't want to hire. And so that kind of just pushed me through. So right out of college, you know, I was able to work in television.
Love it. I'm about to let you go. One word that you absolutely live by one day, like every single day of your life, just one word.
Joy. Joy. Finding the joy in everything, and even when you don't have it within yourself, listen to a song that brings you joy, watch a movie that brings you joy, go out and take a walk, because sometimes we don't wake up with it innately inside of us, so we need to look for it in other places and pour it back into ourselves.
Absolutely. Congratulations so much, Jordan. I look so forward to seeing so much more of you and everything else you got going on. God bless you. God bless you. You have to tell me, what exactly does this win mean to you for the Mrs. Pat show? What's going through you right now?
It's like I'm accepted into a family. That's what I feel, because she's real. I mean, talking about directing, I don't need to direct her. She is Miss Pat, you know. So I feel like I'm very lucky to, first of all, to be part of this team, to be included in this family. I mean, obviously I don't look, you know, I'm different, but yet they accept me. So I am so grateful. I mean, I've done a lot of African American shows, so I do understand. And one thing at first I go, what am I going to do with a black show? But then I realize I'm the outsider. A lot of black people, most people feel like they're outsider for the longest time, right? So I feel like that I can understand, that I can share, that I can do. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just part of that directing team. I'm riding on their coattail. Yeah, they help. I don't think I deserve the award. No. But as a team, I am part of the team. But so I thank you.
So I have to ask, because the Mrs. Pat show is clearly based on her real life. Do you ever have difficulties or face complexities with intermixing the comedic aspect of the story and her story and meshing it in with the fact that, listen, this is someone's real life that we're talking about, that we're acting out, that we're talking about. Like, talk to me about some of those complexities that you face when a director and writers.
I always feel real comedy is basing on truth. Okay, Miss Pat is true. Yeah. That's what it is. I mean, I don't want to be just telling jokes, one joke after another. You forget it. But the real comedy always comes from the heart. And this show has a lot of heart. And it's easy to do. Actually, one of the episodes I did was her meeting. Actually, one of the episodes is about kind of meeting the one who molested her when they were children. Right? You know? That is very hard to do. But I remember one of my mentors told me, he said, if you look at life straight on, it's drama. Yeah. But you won't find another angle, it can be a comedy. The fact that you can laugh at something is the best cure for any hurt.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Before I let you go, one word that you live by every day of your life.
Be true to yourself. You cannot be anything else. Right. Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Congratulations.
Okay, Brendan and Mo, talk about this award. What does this mean to you guys?
I mean, it's great to get recognized for that, for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's unexpected and lovely. You know, like inclusion is kind of our default setting. You know, it doesn't feel like something you should get an award for, really.
That's true.
But that's, you know, we live in a diverse world, and if we're going to show that, then if we're going to show the world, then that's what you got to be. So to get recognized for that, as long as we're doing it anyway, is lovely, really.
3 seasons of Ted Lasso, each one more successful than the last. Is there going to be a future to the show? What do you hope in your heart?
I guess I hope we establish the Ted Lasso cinematic universe.
That would be great.
You know,
the TLCU.
TLCU. You know, get our multiverse Mo going.
Yes.
All the things the Row is doing.
Yeah,
on Earth
right.
too.
Other movies and stuff like
boy.
that. Yep. That'd be great.
No, the pat answer still remains true. Like we're just not thinking about anything right now. We're taking the year off. We needed a break from each other's faces. I'm already seeing you too soon.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
And we'll figure it out down the road. But everything's still on the table.
And the Emmys were delayed because of the strikes, but they're happening in January. Do you have any hopes or wishes for this year's Emmy Awards?
More importantly, do you have an outfit?
No outfit yet. No.
What are you wearing?
I haven't thought about it. Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Nope, not yet.
All right.
Not
Okay.
yet.
All right. I guess I hope that you know, since we're out of practice on award ceremonies as a culture, that no one gets food poisoning. You know. Let's get back in
that's a good idea.
Let's get right back in. I feel like we're practiced for the Oscars. Like that shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, true.
Sacrificial lambs, all of us. Oof. Just cook the fish.
Is
all we ask.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations again on the honor.
Thank you.
Thank you
Cheers.
very much. Thank you.
To start, so I definitely have to start by saying I am a basketball mom. My son plays college basketball himself. He has a game today. It's not about Shane. It's all about this dream team behind the scenes of shooting stars. I feel like this is a year that basketball and sports has definitely been brought to the big screen. How did this entire project come about, and why was now 2023 the time to bring shooting stars to the big screen?
You know what? It was all brought about by LeBron, his best friends in Akron, Ohio, between the ages of 11 and 18. They had this unbelievable bond. They had the incredible support of their community. And I had read this article in 2009, excerpts from the book by LeBron and Buzz Bissinger, called Shooting Stars, and I was crying. I'm not a basketball fan, sorry, you know, and I just was so blown away. It reminded me of stories that you can't believe they're true, the stories you think you know, but you really don't, and it was inspiring. And I think in terms of why now, I think people want to be inspired. We want to feel like our childhood heroes can grow up to be supermen or superwomen, and then, of course, give back, stay close, and give back to their communities.
I love it. I'm definitely moving over to my left. You had big shoes to fill, literally and figuratively. First of all, have you met LeBron?
Oh yeah, I played with his AAU team when I was younger, back in 7th, 8th grade. So I've already got multiple chances to talk to him, be around him and stuff.
And how has your life changed since this big project? I'm just so curious to hear.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm no longer just a basketball player. I'm a movie star now. So
He's literally a shooting star. Let's be clear.
now it's been amazing. You know, I mean, just being able to have people, call me LeBron that's crazy. It's a blessing. You know, I mean, I can't complain. Just amazing to be able to be a part of this movie, meet these great people. Yeah.
Moving to my right, what is that one thing that keeps you going in life and all that it is that you do behind the scenes and just in general?
Wow, that's a big question.
Very deep. We're digging in.
Love, hope, joy. I mean, making this production was incredible because Mookie and all of his co-stars, Spencer, Rachel, Chris, everyone involved in making this movie loved the movie. So every day was just we were all happy to be there. And it had its challenges, as they all do, but part of what makes the bond strong is figuring out how to get through those things together, and then to come out at the end with a movie that makes me cry every time I watch it, and I was there every day. Is so special and different than every production. It really stands out in a bunch of ways for being special, and keeping that hope and love alive.
I love it. I want to talk hope and hurdles with you. What are some of the hurdles?
Hope and hurdles. I think getting this movie to the stage was the real hurdle. Rachel's been in on this movie for a decade and a half at this point, and it was just it was 10. It feels like a decade and a half. And really it was just like, really everybody, like Gretel said, banding together and knowing that this is a movie about family, this is a movie about brotherhood, this is a movie about the city of Akron that became a character in the movie, and all the pieces of the Rubik's Cube had to come together in order to get this movie out there. People develop a lot of movies. There are a lot of movies out there that got developed. Not every movie gets to get made, but all the pieces came together on the Rubik's Cube for this one to get made, and I truly think the world's better for it. I'm grateful for this film.
And one of the keys was casting
this is the room together.
That's right. If we knew that we were sort of going to have a lot of problems, speaking of hurdles, if we did not find this magic to walk in the room and become LeBron James, and we were like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? So and the kindest, most generous person, and an amazing team player in every way. So it was an embarrassment of riches.
I love it. It was such a pleasure chatting with all of you today. Congratulations on everything. Congrats.
Appreciate you.
I have to know what's going through your mind right now. Exactly what are you feeling, especially showing up in hello. Can we please just pay attention to the cutout, to the sleeves, to the patterns, to the shoulders showing? What's going through your mind right now? How are you feeling standing here before me today at the 5th Annual African American Film Critic Association ceremony?
I am incredibly proud to be here today, and what's going through my mind is just pure excitement. Like, how often do you get these beautiful black people in a room together to celebrate each other? It is a fantastic moment to uplift the amazing art that's being made right now for us, by us, and about us, that I feel like has been a long time coming. It's I look at a show like P-Valley, and Katori Hall has done a fantastic job at bringing our truth in such a nuanced and complex way that is so delicious to watch. Every episode makes you feel filled and kind of presents questions about different experiences that we go through life, whether it's familial, whether it's love, whether it's queerness, whether it's celebrating your body, standing up for your truth. All of those themes are packed into that show, and so to celebrate work like that is, dare I say, why we are put on this earth.
I love two words that you use, two D words, delicious and dare. Because I definitely feel like P-Valley bringing to the big screen what they did, basically it was very, very daring. Stepping outside of the box. Listen, we're going to tap into, embrace these stories, shine a light on people who are, basically on journeys like this in their lives. Like, what is it that you feel like is one particular unique thing about the series? What makes it so unique, outside of what most would assume?
I think it's the beauty of the series. The beauty amidst all the pain, all the turmoil, all the fight, all the trying to survive and keep the pink alive. They're still crafted with beauty. And for me, that is what television can do at its best.
Well, listen, it was such a pleasure chatting with you. I could stand here and talk with you probably for the next 60 minutes, but I'm not going to hold you. Look forward to seeing you at the ceremony, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And listen, and you look even sexier. I'm obsessed with you. Okay, my manager is probably going to kill me for saying that, but listen,
but I love
you get your one moment.
Thank you.
How have you been able to keep yourself grounded in Hollywood, like over all of these years? Because listen, we're standing here before Mrs. Living Single herself and so many other phenomenal projects, but that grounding,
Yeah, it's a choice. First of all, I'm a Capricorn. I can't help but stay on the ground somewhere because I'm an Earth girl, and it's a choice. You know, I love to fly above and see all the, the beauty and the glamour and the glitz and all the power that's up there. But the true power for me is to stay spiritually grounded with family and friends, and keeping my eye on my gift and what I'm really here to do. I'm here to share light. I'm here to share joy, and so just staying present to that gift keeps me grounded and ready.
I've always been so interested to hear, especially with icons and legends such as yourself, prior to taking on a project or tapping into a particular character role, do you have a certain regimen or like routine that you do? Before, listen, you turn the lights on, honey. Do you pray first? Do you journal? Do you have a cup of coffee? Do you shut your family and friends out for 24 hours?
So I'm saging. I will sage my space and sage me and burn some amber and burn some things. I'm also, I have lots of crystals around me, and then I just connect to the divine. I stay connected to the divine as often as I can, and I get anxiety and I get all up in my, and then that's what brings me back to wholeness. And so before I jump into anything, I jump into the divine, or stay present to that. So that's what I would say. And sometimes you just go and do the work, and sometimes you do the spiritual work afterwards. Like, what did I just do? Let me get myself back together again.
Would you say that living single was that key, right? Like that extremely special project that kicked things into extremely high gear for you?
I refer to living single as the sparkling jewel of my crown, one of the sparkling jewels of my crown. I know there would be a lot more, but it was a place where I felt seen and heard by my castmates. I felt seen and heard by the audience, and to this day we get love, and the six of us are still friends. And so yeah, I call it the sparkling jewel. It really set me on a beautiful trajectory that I'm still on.
And before I let you go, what is that one thing that keeps you going and doing all it is that you do? Just one thing. What's that one thing for you? I want to enter your head space.
One thing, the one thing that keeps me, what was the question again?
That keeps you going.
The one thing that keeps me going is knowing that I'm here for a special purpose. And I felt it since I was a little girl, and I didn't know then what it was, but staying very connected to knowing that knowingness that I'm here for something special. And that part of my gift is reminding others that they have it too. So that's my gift, is to go like, I see the sparkles on other people. So that's my gifting, is to remind others how amazing they are. So
I know I said that was the last thing, but what you just said made me pivot. I want to pivot back really quick. Words of advice or wisdom for those coming behind you.
Okay, so it's a long one, but I'll try to make it short. So years ago, someone said to me, and to this day I don't remember who it was, but this was the sort of the advice that was given to me. She said, this is how your career is going to go, and I wish I could thank this person and kiss their feet. And this is actually for everybody, whether you're in show business or not. They said, this is how it's going to go. First, it's going to be, who is Kim Coles? Then it's going to be introducing Kim Coles. And then it's going to be, get me Kim Coles. And then it's going to be, get me a cheaper Kim Coles. Get me a younger Kim Coles. And it will eventually cycle back to, who is Kim Coles? And so in my career, I have been very attuned to the place where maybe I went up for something I didn't get, and I was like, oh, maybe they've moved on to something else. And just to stay present to this cyclical, because it can also come back around and over and over and over again. And I've seen it happen for myself. So I just get aware that there's different ages and different stages, and nothing stays the same. It's going to move, and you do your work so that you keep it moving as you can, and to not be afraid of the day that they go, we don't want you, we want a cheaper version of you. It's like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. I'll wait for my turn again. I'll prepare for my turn again. That's how I'll say it. It's a long answer, but the who is I call it the who is exercise.
I love it. A much needed answer. I'm not going to cry my eyelashes off. Listen, I love those words of wisdom. Congratulations on everything. Latasha, everything. With you a few months ago, and you are a well-known author, so I have to start by asking you, Ms. Rodriguez, Girl, how has your life changed in the past couple of weeks, past couple of months?
You know what? I feel like it's all about perception, right? If either your life changes daily or it doesn't change at all, depending on what you think. I'm blessed, you know, people are at war all over the world, and we get to be at a red carpet and have brunch. So I feel happy. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. And that book has been, I was really scared of the reviews and the critics, and they've been so kind, and people have been sending me messages super long. So I wrote it for the people, and it's getting to the people that I wrote it for. So that's been life-changing for me. I'm growing as a human being. I think most importantly, yeah.
Yeah, and you never feel, finished growing. I feel like the moment you feel like you've stopped growing, you're no longer evolving. You have to tell me, you walked into the 5th annual AAFCA television, I know you're hosting it, but you see your book literally at every single seat downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Did you cry?
I haven't seen it yet, but now I'm going to, so thank you.
I spilled the tea.
They have supported me. AAFCA has supported me so much. And, I don't shy away from speaking of being a Latina that identifies with her blackness. But I will say the Black American community has been so supportive of me for my entire career, from Day Ready with Tiffany Haddish, Wanda Sykes. So I feel like I'm home, and to know that they bought my book and they put it on all the seats is beautiful. It's a blessing. I didn't know my books were down there in the seats.
Ooh, leave it up to me to spill the tea. Listen, I done told her the secret before she made it down there. Before I let you go, what is it all for? Because I know that you are a daughter. I know that you are also a mother. At the end of the day, what is it all for?
Legacy, being a part of the paradigm shift that makes the world better. Like, I know it sounds really hoity-toity and everybody is like, I want an Oscar, I want an Emmy. What's it all for if the world people are suffering all over the world? I hope that, these acts of kindness and people start to really understand that none of this matters. It's beautiful, but at the end of the day, if you get cancer and they tell you got 30 days to live, are you really going to care about an award? So for me, it's just about affecting change and culture for the good, and making sure that people of color are always uplifted and reminded of their amazing greatness that has been stripped so much of, all of us. So.
Thank you so much, Ada. Look forward to see you.